Guide to Love and Murder through October 5th at the Laguna Playhouse.
I already wear my love for that place on my sleeve, and A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder was amazing. Both Lisa and I were talking about it this morning. And in to talk about it just a little more, because you've only got until October 5th. That's right around the corner. So if you have yet to see it, get your tickets now. Managing Director of the Laguna Playhouse, Adele Adkins, is with us this morning. A very good morning to you, Adele.
Good morning to all of you.
Thank you so very much for being here today. How are you?
I'm great. My pleasure being here. It's a beautiful day in Laguna Beach.
Yes. So how is Laguna treating you so far?
So far, so good. It welcomed me with a nice case of COVID.
Oh, no.
But we're past that now,
All right.
and today marks my third week here in Laguna Beach on the job.
All right. Well, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
Obviously, did you know what you were walking into here? We love it here. We've known the Playhouse forever. Did you know what you were walking into?
I knew. I certainly knew of Laguna Playhouse. My career has been primarily on the East Coast with a little stint in Ohio. That's as far west as I have lived. But I've been familiar with Laguna Playhouse most of my life because it's been around 100 years. And regional theaters such as Laguna Playhouse have had a rough time after COVID, so we're no different. But we have exciting things for the future, and the future is bright.
All right. Well, wonderful. And you seem to have brightened up our future here in Laguna Beach, and thank you for that. A different feel to theater back east than out here. Do you notice a difference? Is there a difference?
That's an interesting question. I have spent a lot of time in Southern California. My grandparents lived in LA until they died. And so I have spent time around theater in Los Angeles. I don't know that the theater scene's any different here in Laguna Beach or Southern California than a lot of places around the country. New York City, Broadway is the epicenter, so nothing does compare to that.
Right.
One of the things I'm excited about here is where we're in Southern California, maybe introducing our audiences to some of the, New York talent, as well as all the people out here that are so talented. So bringing in some new directors to the fold and stuff like that.
Right. So you, on your trip from back east out here, you've kept your contacts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've kept them most of my career.
All right. And dialing them up when you need to.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Already going back to New York, I think about 4 weeks for some meetings and some theater.
What attracted you to theater?
Oh, my first Broadway show was Fiddler on the Roof when I was 3 years old on Broadway.
Wow.
It was the end of the run, not the beginning. I'm not quite that old. And I have a vivid memory of where I sat in that theater and the impact it had. And from that day at 3 years old, I have loved theater my entire life. My grandmother was an actress. I spent a lot of time in dressing rooms doing homework on Broadway. And I am a classically trained cellist. I went to Juilliard, but then stumbled into administration on Broadway. And that started the trajectory of my career, which wasn't going to be classical music. I actually had a few summers out at the LA Phil Institute in my college years.
Wow.
But I have always had a deep love of theater, and I've never wanted to be a performer in theater. I can't sing, unlike my namesake Adele, who also has the same last name. But I've always been intrigued at the backstage and how things work. And so this career has been a perfect fit. It has an artistic component, and my job is to make the finances work, and so the show can go on.
Right. And I love the fact that your grandmother was an actress, and I'm curious that you never caught the acting bug, whether or not it was singing to be part of it, but whether or not you caught the acting bug or not.
Never.
And ever thought of being a cellist in an orchestra for a play, or has that ever happened?
No, I did. I subbed in some Broadway pits through my early career as a cellist and in college, and I loved it.
Right.
But I haven't actually played in 18 years and don't have an instrument.
Oh.
So when you're used to playing at a certain level,
Right.
it's really hard to do it sporadically.
Right.
And I certainly don't have time to be practicing 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. So.
Let's talk about your day and how busy it must be. I couldn't imagine. If you're the managing director of the Playhouse, regardless of the size of a Playhouse, you're wearing every hat. You're a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Tell us about your day.
So our David Ellenstein, who is the artistic director, has resigned. He's going to be leaving us on November 16th.
Right.
He'll be maintaining his artistic directorship at North Coast Rep, where he's been 23 years.
Right.
So a lot of regional theaters have a dual leadership, artistic director, managing director. We are going forward for now going to not rehire an artistic director.
Okay.
So my job has doubled
Right.
since I accepted
Right.
the position. Not really doubled. And I'm really excited about it, to bring both my passions of administration and artistic together. But my day so far, 3 weeks on the job, has been getting to know the community, getting to know the staff primarily, listening to the history, and just getting to know how everything runs. After 3 weeks, yesterday was my first meeting with a donor where we actually had a conversation about the future. And that's where the excitement is for me.
Right. And as managing director and taking on the role of artistic director, that's a left brain, right brain situation. When it comes time where they clash in your own mind, whether can we afford this? Do we need this artistically? Does one get the benefit of the doubt over the other?
That's such a great question. Most of my career has actually been as a presenter, meaning I've run performing arts centers that bring in Broadway tours, rock stars, ballet, not producing, meaning putting things together from the ground up. And so because of that background and the changing times in the last 25 years, to be successful for your organization, you have to put your own needs and wants and likes on the back burner and and present or produce what a community wants to see. The ideal is that you can be in a financial situation that you can have pet projects that are important artistically or important to a certain demographic, because you're going to make that money up somewhere else. So it's, for 25 years, I've jockeyed that.
Right.
The one thing I should clarify is here, not artistic directors often direct as part of their strength. I am in no way a director.
Okay.
So my artistic sense is I can program what the show should be. I can hire the right directors.
Right.
So I see the creativity, but I myself am not the one sitting in the room casting and directing.
Right. It's like me. I can recognize amazing music and artists, and I know what to play, when to play it. But if you put a guitar in my hand and ask me to sing, I'm not going to do that. I'm
Right.
sorry, but I'm really good at the other stuff.
Right.
And I understand. I completely get that. When you sat in the audience for the first time to see A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, which is going on now through October 5th, and I got to tell you, I loved it. I don't want to influence your answer in any way, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was right on target. The comedic timing, it was brilliant. The spaces and even the empty spaces, brilliantly done. What were your first thoughts when you saw it?
I was ecstatic because having seen it in New York when it opened on Broadway, it personally wasn't my cup of tea.
Right.
Just my personal taste.
Right.
But so I sort of also had that filter. But I was ecstatic when I saw the Laguna Playhouse production, because honestly, I liked it better. And I'm not saying that to sell tickets or,
Right.
anything like that. I think the acting was outstanding.
Incredible. Yes.
And the timing. And I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
And I think that cast is truly A+.
Yeah, agreed. It's one thing to laugh out loud. It's another thing to laugh hysterically at times. Yeah. And again, I'll owe that to comedic timing of the cast themselves. They're amazing.
And the director.
Yeah. Yes.
Noelle, who is actually married to one of the leads, Andrew Pollack, in the show. And I think she's created an exceptional production. Okay. And she's a young director.
Okay. And will we be seeing her direct other things in your future?
Very possibly. Very possibly.
Okay. Next up, after A Gentleman's Guide leaves, the following, I guess a couple of weeks later, October 29th, is Beside Myself. How far ahead do we put stuff together?
So pretty far ahead.
Okay.
To give you an idea, I probably have the first third of what next season's going to look like.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean it'll all fall into place, but I have pretty much what we're looking to do. And now we have to get rights, put directors together, all that. But a good year out at the least.
Right.
So this season obviously is completely programmed and curated by David Ellenstein.
Right.
So,
and we have some brilliant things coming up. I mentioned Beside Myself. We've also got Eisenhower, This Piece of Ground. We've got Laughter on the 23rd Floor, which I'm looking forward to all of them. But really, The Maltese Falcon is kind of where my wheelhouse is.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. That happens April of next year. When you said that you initially saw A Gentleman's Guide in New York and it really wasn't your cup of tea, where is your wheelhouse? What do you like? Drama? You like comedy? Musical? What do you like best?
So I think I'm a lot like you and your music taste. I like most everything.
Okay.
My big takeaway from theater is, did it move or impact me? It doesn't have to be a brilliant playwright. So I like the gamut. I am more of a musical person than a play person, probably because I believe plays are much harder to pull off. It's all about the writing and the author. And it's a very intimate form of theater. And because I love music, all kinds of music,
right.
I think that's why musicals speak to me. But you mentioned Beside Myself, which is our next play. I got to see it down at North Coast Rep, where it's been developed, and then it's transferring to us. And I got to go down to opening night 2 weeks ago. And I'm so excited for our community to see this play. It's really tricky when you bring in new works and develop them.
Right.
It really is a hit or miss. And I laughed so much. It is so clever, this play. And I just thought very ingenious. And I thought, how does a playwright think like that? A lot of, some twists and turns I'm not going to give away, but it's really funny.
All right. Well, thank you for not giving the ending.
Ending away. No, mum's the word. Yeah, no.
But sometimes, for instance, like you say, the North Coast Rep, if you bring in a production that needs to be scaled down or scaled up.
Scaled up for us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a difficult task?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
And they've been doing these transfers, I believe, about 3 years. And so built into our budget is some scenic elements to enhance the scale of the physical set.
Okay.
But it's Gentleman's Guide's a perfect example. That set pretty much doubled in size,
right.
And they did it in a couple of days.
Okay.
Our crew.
All right. I want to talk about this. If people don't take advantage of this, it's on them, and I have only them to blame. But you can actually buy 3 shows and get something that no one else offers, which is a free date exchange. It doesn't cost anything to just change dates, even if it's close to the last minute. That's great marketing, first of all.
Yeah.
And something that I think our locals should be taking advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely. We ask a lot of our patrons anywhere in the arts. To subscribe, it's a lot of money up front.
Right.
So to break that hesitation of, oh, but what if it turns out I can't go that night or I get sick? And so instead of like they can check a box to insure their ticket like airlines do. It's just easier and better financially for everybody to offer an exchange program.
Right. Okay. And I do want to talk about donors and next year's budget and how can we help? How can the locals help most? Where do we go if we want to just donate? Where do we go?
Oh, I love this. You can call the number. You can go on our website, lagunaplayhouse.com. There's a link there. And donating is obviously the best for us. But really, it's about come to the Playhouse, enjoy the theater. That's where it really starts from.
Right.
And that's why we're here. And yes, we rely heavily on donations, so that is crucial as well. But for me, as somebody who was blessed enough to grow up in New York City and got to see everything, that's what I want for the community. Just come and experience it. We're going to start having an access program, and people can donate to that, so that every show we will have a $20 ticket. They will sell out. It'll be an limited number of seats.
Right.
So look for that next half of the season. But that's really an important passion of mine and you don't have to prove what you make or don't make, but someone might think, oh, this sounds interesting, but I don't want to pay $70. But now they could pay $20.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You're really appealing to every single demographic that there is, and you're helping out families that might be under a crunch sometimes. And exposing possibly someone who had never been exposed to something great, to something brilliant. I love that.
Good.
And I mentioned the rest of the season, or a lot of the shows in the rest of the season. As I said, I'm looking forward to all of them. I wonder if down the road you've got your eye on a Fiddler on the Roof, since it holds such special place with you.
Always have that. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
The good news is it sells really well.
Right.
It is a big cast, and so the size of the cast is where the budget lies.
Right. You guys have to put them up.
Yes, and we own a couple of condos, but and we have some year-round rentals.
Right.
But I believe, don't quote me, we have 9 rooms available.
Okay.
So when you have a cast of 18, 20, then that gets really expensive.
That's a
so
squeeze.
Any like B&Bs or hotels who want to work with us and partner to put up our actors,
we'll put it out there.
Yeah,
we'll put it out there. And the next time you come and visit, I may have a cello in studio.
Oh, okay.
And I wouldn't want to embarrass you or anything, but I wouldn't mind hearing some notes. It's one of my favorite instruments on the planet.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Okay. Adele Adkins, Managing Director of the Laguna Playhouse, currently playing A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. If you miss it, you've missed out, because it is that good. I strongly recommend it through October 5th. Adele, thank you so much for spending the time with us today.
Thank you. This has been lovely.
Yeah, wonderful to have you, and we'll look forward to having you back again.
I would love that.
Really soon. 10:51 the time, 9 minutes before 11 o'clock. It's the Mornings with Ed show, and it's the all-new Voice of Laguna.